Okay. Another Sacred Blossom. Well, I mean, we've had good RNG.
Here today we are going to be going over our second farming strategy for the league. This is a step up from the Essence farming strategy with a little bit higher investment. We're going to be doing a Harvest League strategy. This is a Cornucopia build, not a crop rotation build. Crop rotation has bigger highs, lower lows, some RNG, and requires the use of an Awakening Scarab to really get the most out of it. And so I think that's more of a higher tier farming strategy. So we start off with Cornucopia. The Scarabs you'll need for this build are Cornucopia, doubling 2 Monstrous Lineages, and then just any sacrifice fragments. These are 5% quantity each, and so this is 5% more juice. We're running 8% quantity on the map device, and then we're running any 8 mod corrupted map with at least 40% pack size and 100% quantity. Make sure it's not too terribly juicy because Harvest is a little on the rippy side, and this is not a leveling strategy. Let me emphasize that. This is not a leveling strategy. You'll probably die. Make sure you're being careful. When you go through the map, clear the whole map first. We are running altars on the map. Take all of the altars that you can do that give quantity. It's the only thing that matters. There are some red altars that also double currency. You can take those, but it's a percentage chance of doubling currency, and I'm not. It has typically very strong offsets to it. So that's what you're looking for on your altars. Once you've got your map cleared and your altars done, go on the map, clear the harvest, try not to die, get your loot, get out of there, rinse, repeat. Now, we ran 10 maps on this farming strategy. Technically 9.5 because Slayer likes to eat dirt a lot. And I did a map that had some mods on it that we could not do. But this is our results. 18k Wild Life Force, 23k Vivid Life Force, 17k Primal Life Force. Wild is going for 8k a pop. That gives us 2 divs and a quarter. Yellow Juice is going for 7. There's 7,800. This guy, he's not selling. Everyone else is selling between 6,700 and 7k. So we'll call this 7k. That is 3.25. So that gives us 4.5 div. And then Blue Juice is selling for 8k a pop. That gives us 2.25. So that puts us at 4.75 divs. Now, you get at least a quarter of a div and just miscellaneous bubblegum loot. So we'll just go ahead and round that to 7 divs and just Life Force and bubblegum currency. In addition to that, we did get 6 crystallized Life Forces. These are going for 30 cas a piece. We'll just call this a div. It's a div and some change. We'll call it a div. We'll call that covering the other quarter here. That is 8 divs just in Life Force. Now, in my experience doing the strategy for season after season after season, this ratio is off. Typically, if I have 18k of the one that I'm not targeting, I'll have double that of the one that I am targeting. So we can probably blame this one on the death. I did die on one that had Nobmarine on him twice, so I could have gotten 6k off of that one map. But I'm usually only getting 4 or 5 Sacred Crystallized Life Forces, so balance is balance. 8k here, and we got 5 Shakos and a Garbage Staff. Shakos are your gamble currency for Harvest. Some of these are incredibly valuable, and then 99.99999% of them are absolute hot garbage, but they're fun to gamble and look at and see if you got a good one here. So we'll ID these first. First set here, we got a 35 trap and mind damage. You know, honestly, I don't know. Trap and mind damage is an interesting one, maybe. Void manipulation, garbage. Iron will, garbage. Knockback, garbage. Pinpoint, garbage. But your garbage Shakos can be rolled down into new Shakos. Fork is garbage. Let's take a look and see if... No... 35 trap and mind damage. No one's going to use that. I don't think anyone's going to use that. Trap and mine. Damage. Level 33. Level 30. Second one. 10 chaos. 30. 20 chaos. Also garbage. Roll them down. Get a new one. Innervate. Innervate is an interesting one, but no one's going to use that either. So we'll just stash that, and we'll call the Shakos a loss. You get your little staffy here. Staff's not worth anything. And then we'll roll in on our 8 divs of profit. Now, we have 8 divs of profit here. I also got a tremendous amount of Scarabs while I was doing that. And so we can take a look at what our Scarab profit was in that period of time as well. And I don't think we're going to get to see our Scarab profit because this is not going to measure it in time. We got half a div in Scarabs. So nothing good. Half a div in Scarabs over that period of time. Nothing fantastic. I don't know exactly which ones they were. So we'll call it 8.5 div in profit. And then our cost on these, it's about 1 div for 10 doublings. It's 2 div for 10 cornucopias. And then it's another 1 div for all the other garbage we have in here. That puts us, these and these maps all total about 1 div. So that puts us about a 4 div cost, nothing on the map receptacle, 8 to 8.5 div in profit, nets us 4 div in our 10 maps. 10 maps takes roughly half an hour. That's a solid 4 to 4.5 div for our half an hour. That is roughly 8 to 10 div is what you're going to be netting on average profit in mapping. It's a really good mid-game strategy. Harvest has a lot of gamble opportunity in Shakos. You get a ton of just generic currency Scarabs maps. I think I got 4 T17 maps. So that's another 150 to 200 chaos and profit on those, depending which ones we rolled. Real good opportunity to make some money with this farming strategy. And it's nice and straightforward and easy and doesn't require a lot of thought process. So I think everyone should enjoy this. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below or just come by Twitch. I'm happy to answer questions anytime. Thank y'all very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Peace.